Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would make a start sharing my colouring book collection with you. Basically I've been colouring for a little over 2 years, nearly 2.5 years. So I don't have hundreds and hundreds of books in my collection, I'm not one of those, but I do have, obviously, colouring that long, I do have a few books in my collection. So let's get cracking. I will just get rid of those ones first of all, and we'll start with this one. What I'll do for each book is I'll give you a quick flip through of a couple of pages so you have an idea of what each book is like, but I'm not going to do flip throughs. What I'll do is I'll do separate videos for each of the flip throughs. They don't take very long to do, so I'll do them for all of the books, even if there's like hundreds of videos already with flip throughs in existence already. It's easier than sitting there trying to decide, should I do one for this one, should I do one for that one. I'll just do the lot. So if you see anything of interest, then keep an eye out on my channel for the flip throughs that will be uploaded. If you have any priority, then just leave me a comment in below the video, and then I'll prioritise that flip through to be done. So let's get started. This is my Kew Gardens World of Flowers colouring book. Now I quite enjoy doing botanicals, so obviously I like the Johanna Basfords and all that sort of thing. So this was a bit of a no-brainer. I picked it up for £3 in the works, which is a bargain. This is a grayscale colouring book, as you can see, but it's really nice in that it does give you the original plates. I mean, these were done by the original botanists, I think, who were cataloguing for places like Kew Gardens. So they give you, as I say, they give you the original sort of artist drawn illustration, and then they give you a grayscale version to colour. It's a really nice book. I mean, I would buy that just for the artwork, to be honest. So the illustrations to colour in are a bonus. So that is my first book. Yeah. Okay, next we will start with, I think I will start with my, I don't have many Sunlife Drawing books. I would have another one, but basically, if you've seen it, that's a flip through that I have already uploaded. I did a flip through of a similar one for, I think it was just called Animal Stencils, and it has a big turtle on the front. Basically, whilst the illustrations themselves are okay, the book was Amazon printed and there was a problem with the printing, so I had to send it back for reasons unknown. Amazon wouldn't send me the replacement. They wouldn't do it as an exchange replacement, so I have to wait for the refund to credit before I'll order it again. So I mean, I could order it before they refund, but I don't want it to get too complicated. So yeah, technically I've got 3 Sunlife Drawing books, but I'm only going to be showing 2 in my collection today. So this is the first one. This is one of my sort of relaxation type books. Bit like I would treat a mandala. It's like you don't have to think about it. They're just different illustrations, sort of mosaic style, and the book suggests it's one colour. You don't have to do it one colour, you can do it however you like. But yeah, I really like these books. They're perfect for when I don't want to think too much. I also use it for using up, say, gel pens that are near the end of their life, or alcohol markers, things like that, that I think that I worry might run out halfway through the picture. And with something like this, it doesn't matter so much if something isn't perfectly matched, because that's by its nature, it's not a precise picture, it's a mosaic. So yeah, that is my one colour relaxation art Animal Stencils by Sunlife Drawing. I'll leave links to everything in the description for this video underneath, so I'll look on Amazon and also for the books that might appear on Book Depository as well, because I always look list for Book Depository as well, because sometimes, even though they're actually, I think, owned by Amazon, sometimes their books are cheaper there. Not very often, but just occasionally. Plus they also offer worldwide free shipping so that's really handy if you don't have Amazon Prime and you don't want to have to buy several items just to get the free shipping. So that's why I always list both. So again, this is Sunlife, and it's another one of my sort of what you would call a no thinking book. So these are inverted mandalas where they give you the black background. I do like books with black backgrounds, which is another reason why I wanted that other art stencil book, because they all come on black backgrounds. But yeah, this is a nice one. I use my gel pens, as I was saying. I think I use my neon gel pens, which don't get much use in regular pictures, but are perfect for books like these because they really pop out against the background. So these are nice and easy. I mean, even the complicated ones, these are still just lines basically. It's not like you're having to colour in the whole thing. So yeah, I really enjoy this book. This was the first Sunlife book that I ever got, and I still really enjoy it. It's probably going to be the first book I ever finish, to be honest, because it's nice book to chill out with. Yeah. So next, okay, on editing this video, I realised that I'd forgotten to include 2 PDFs in this part of the collection. The one is for Sunlife Drawing and the other one is for a Christmas PDF, which is going to be later on in the video that I'll edit in. I could have put it in a later video, but I just wanted everything all together because I'm not that tidy in real life, so it'd be nice if I could be at least remotely tidy in my videos. So as I say, this is a Sunlife Drawing 40-page sampler book. Apologies for the pink. It's been a while since I've printed something out on my printer when I printed this, and I hadn't realised I'd run out of blue and pretty much run out of yellow. Obviously I could have reprinted it properly, but I didn't see the point because it is only for reference. I've got the PDF to work with, and this is just to remind me that I have the PDF basically. So this is their 40 colouring pages. As I say, this is a sampler book. You can buy this on Amazon, but at the moment at least, and I've checked today and it is still there, on Sunlife Drawing's Facebook page, they are giving away this 40-page colouring book for free. It's just a link to download the PDF. It's been there since March, so I think this is something they've done for sort of a goodwill thing for COVID-19. Quite a few people were giving away freebies for for lockdown, and this is what Sunlife Drawing gave us. So as I say, it's the 40 colouring pages sampler. How I handle PDFs is, because I have the PDFs to try and save space, I don't print out all the pages in advance. I only print them when I plan to colour them. So I print the first page, and then hopefully if they've got a contents page, then I print the contents page. This one just lists the books. People like Hannah Lynn will give little thumbnails of the images. Jade Summer also does that. I will print that out so I have a sort of index, and then, as I say, when I want to colour it, I just do a print on demand. I print the page when I'm getting ready to colour it, and it saves a lot of space on my bookshelves. So, on with the video. Next, let's do my Christmas books, because I do not have many Christmas books, so we may as well get them over and done with. So here we go. Now this is one of the earliest books I got, basically many years ago. Probably not that many years ago. Let's look at the copyright. So this is copyright 2014. So basically I used to work at a publisher, a magazine publisher, and other publishers would send in books and the like in for review, and then every now and again there would be a staff sale of all the items that were sent in for review, and then all the money would go to charity. So it was like, once the magazine had finished with it, they passed it on to staff and the charities won. So this was one of the first books I ever got. I think I paid probably something like 50p or £1 for it. It wouldn't have been much because I wasn't actually colouring at that stage. This was just something I picked up because it was there. So it's called Creative Christmas, The Gift of Colouring for Grown-Ups. $7.99 it was supposed to sell for. I'm No offence, it's a nice book, but I wouldn't pay $7.99 for it. But there is no artist to it. It's basically clip art, but they are a variety of mostly simple images. I mean, I like it because, as I just mentioned in the book before, they have some images with black backgrounds, which is always nice. But as you can see, even the white background, we have some with black silhouettes. We got some mandalas, and they're all a bit Christmas themed, Christmas bauble. I was just testing out my fine liners there for some reason, probably because it was a dull wallpaper page. So yeah, they're quite simple images, but you know, nice to get you in the mood. The Christmassy, if you want to get in the Christmassy mood and you don't want to think too much, then this one. There is a random picture, let me find it. For some reason that I don't really understand. Where is it? Where's the way I can never find it when I want something? For some reason there's an elephant in here. I mean, I suppose someone somewhere has an elephant as a seasonal. There we go. I don't understand. I mean, he's not even got Christmassy things on him. He's just got these flowers and Mendy type style. Yeah, as I say, I wouldn't pay $7.99 for a book like this because it's obviously clip art, but the paper is really nice, so that's on a plus side. So yes, that is my Creative Christmas, the gift of colouring for grown-ups. And then I've got this one. This is Christmas Darlings by Kelly Horton. She does some really nice images in here. I mean, you might recognise her a bit from the large eyes, which is a bit Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I always stumble over that name. Jasmine Beckett Griffiths. Oh, the sun's come out. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm enjoying the sun coming out, but why just then? Anyway, yes, so this is a really nice book. We have a nativity scene, and it's nice if you like the faces. They're not too big as well. I mean, you know, some portraits fill most of the page, but her faces are like there's other things going on around her faces. But some really nice portrait ones in there, and they are all Christmas themed with holly and snowmen and Christmas trees and the like. So that is Christmas Darlings by Kelly Horton. And then next I have it's a Colouring Heaven collection magazine. So these are different from the regular issues. These are not subscription issues. Basically, Colouring Heaven, if you haven't heard of it, is a magazine that's in the UK, though you can subscribe to it overseas. And there's 13 issues in a year if you subscribe, but then there'll be 40 images in those issues. And then usually quarterly, they'll do a Colouring Heaven collection. And so you can tell they're ones because they'll be in red foil, I think, and the other normal ones are in gold foil. And they're a bit more expensive, but they have 48 illustrations in them instead of 40. So it's slightly bigger than A4, and we have a selection of artists was here in this one. So Molly Harrison, Anne Stokes, Good Wives and Warriors, and Hannah Lynn. And yeah, we get a selection of Christmassy images. So these are Molly Harrison's. I love that one with the polar bear. I don't know why I've not coloured that one yet. Maybe I should do that for Christmas in July. I think these are, sorry about that, random piece of paper there. You can see I'm working on an image there with alcohol markers, so that was my blotting sheet. But these are my Anne Stokes. Nice if you like the dragons and sort of fantasy type styles. And then we had some Good Wives and Warriors ones. That's from the Christmas Carol. So that's, I think, what's that, Marley's Ghost. And then near the end we have some Hannah Lynn ones. So a nice variety, which is why I usually don't bother with the collection ones, because I'm so slow at colouring that I can't keep up really with the subscription. But this one was a really nice issue, so I got it. And then my other Christmas one, so as I say, this is from the regular subscription. So this was from 2019's Christmas. It was a regular issue, so there was only 40 festive designs with Michelangelo, Charles Centauri, Anna Lazareva, Alfred Villanueva and Creative Happy Life. Now this issue did have a little bit of criticism from people, in my opinion justified. Basically, so these are the Anna Lazareva ones, so those line art ones, but you'll see what happens. There was a couple for Michelangelo. I really like Michelangelo. They had a Colour in Heaven full of her illustrations. It's one of my favourites. Unfortunately there was only 2 illustrations from her on this one, but this is the Charles Centauri ones. Now obviously Charles Centauri illustrated for books, and the books are a different size than A4. So basically what happened, some illustrations like this worked fine, but then you had others that were kind of cropped strange, and you know, I understand why they did it, but I wish they hadn't. I just wish they'd chosen either different images or cropped. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't have cropped that, but even then that would have been square, not A4, so they would have had to have cropped it here. So yeah, I just wish they'd chosen either different illustrations, or if they couldn't find enough illustrations, then used less of his illustrations and just used the suitable ones. I know it did put off a lot of people from colouring in this issue, and I can understand why. These are the ones from Alfred Villanueva. Now, I'd never heard of this artist before, but they was really cool. He did the 12 Days of Christmas, basically. So, yeah, those nice illustrations. And then last but not least, we had a few from Creative Happy Life, which are like a more simple style for Christmas. So I like that. Generally I like that issue because it had a nice variety, but yeah, some of the Charles Centauri ones were a bit, they was dodgy. They shouldn't have chosen them. So that's my Christmas ones. Right, so this is the second PDF that I forgot, so I am editing it in after the original video. It is, of course, Hannah Lynn's A Whimsy Girl's Christmas. As I mentioned earlier, with PDFs, I just print the front page, and then as Hannah has little thumbnails for her images, which I use as a reference. So I just keep this on my bookshelf along with the books. Usually I remember they exist, though to be fair, I think perhaps sometimes I do overlook the PDFs a little bit. That is the one negative. I save a lot of space by not printing out all these pages and having a book on the shelf, but they do occasionally get forgotten or overlooked. Hence me having to edit into this video, because I completely forgot to include it in my Christmas books. Yeah, so Whimsy Girl's Christmas by Hannah Lynn. We'll carry on with the video. Next I will do, I've got a couple of colour by number books. These are quite new to my collection, because you know, I didn't have any colour by number books, and I thought I would give them a go, because these were super cheap on Amazon. Those marked down, I think they were £3 and £4, something like that. So I thought, you know, there's about 60 illustrations in these books, so I knew there'd be something in there that I could try. And also I could try a few of them, even if I did one and thought, I'm not sure if I like this, there's more than enough images in here for me to try in colour by numbers. This one, which is the beautiful colour by numbers, is a sort of mixed bag, so there are some mandalas, so I know I'll at least do those because sometimes I unwind with a mandala, but we got some other images in it. So yeah, that is beautiful colour by numbers. And then the other one, which is by the same publisher, which is Arcturus, is the nature colour by numbers. So these are obviously, there are no mandalas in this one. This is all sort of nature, penguins, nature inspired ones, flowers. So I do like my flowers, so hopefully I can do, well, I've already done a couple. I'm still undecided about it, whether I really like that style. Yeah, so that's my nature colour by numbers. And then let's do I've got a couple of Maria Trolle books. These are really nice books because they're hardcover. They're my only hardcover books that I've got. So, but they're really nice and they're lovely illustrations. As I say, I do like doing botanical type things. So we do have lots of flowers in here and a few fairies and pixies. I particularly like this sort of pixie house out of a pumpkin, because usually pumpkins are always done as Halloween, aren't they, in books? But it's nice to see one as like a fairy house basically. And the other nice thing about these books is a few of them, only a handful, but a few of them do come on the black backgrounds as well, which is really nice for making colours pop out. So yeah, I mean, most people in the colouring community will already know of Maria Trolle because she's very well known. I love the little seals. So, and the hedgehogs. Loads of cute little animals in these books, along with the flowers. So that is Botanicum. It's the special edition, which was one that was reissued in this year, so 2020, where they added in, I can't remember, 4, 6 extra pictures, something like that. I'm not sure which ones were the extras, so because I never had the original to compare to. But yeah, Botanicum by Maria Trolle. And then the other Maria Trolle book I have is Nightfall. I've actually only just got this book because I saw it on Amazon for £6, which is really cheap. And usually when I buy a book, I'm buying it because I want to colour in it straight away, because if I don't colour in it straight away, it just sits on the shelf, so I have to be ready for it. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't planning to buy it, but at £6 I would have been crazy not to, because I knew I wanted it eventually. So it's like, pay £6 now or pay £8 or £9 in a few months time. So again, it's a hardback book, and we have the, she has a few more faces in this one, I think, or rather they're bigger faces, but again we have some really cute animals and lots of flowers, and flowers are my happy place. I love this one, but flowers are my happy place. So yeah, that is Nightfall by Maria Trolle. And then we have one of the earliest books that I ever got in my collection. This is one of the ones that started it. So I am a huge Doctor Who fan, always have been. I am unfortunately old enough to have been alive during the classic runs, and so I grew up with it. So it's kind of part of my DNA. So when it was rebooted and everything, there was no one happier than me. So this is my Doctor Who book. I don't have the other one. I don't know why. Sometimes it's quite hard to get hold of. It's got a red cover, and it's, whenever I've seen it, it's always been pretty expensive for what it is. I mean, it's a nice book and it's on nice paper, but I've seen flip throughs of it. I like some of the images, but not all of them, not masses of them. So I've always been hoping that it would come down in price a little bit. It never seems to, so I'll get it eventually. But I should probably colour a few more pictures in this one before I do. Really nice gold foil cover as well on this. So yeah, we have a selection of pictures. This is from a classic Doctor, and I really like these are woven in. They have like different pictures from the programme, but scattered throughout we have the ones where we have the Doctor profiles. So that's the 10th Doctor with his hair, bless him, and the characters. So yeah, that is the BBC Doctor Who book. The only thing about that is the foil is coming off the spine, and I would like to say that's because, you know, it's really old, and it is quite old. I've had it for over 2 years, but it started doing this straight away. So that's my one gripe about this, because it does retail for £9.99. I think I actually paid that. So to have the foil come off within like a few days, it started to come off, then I wasn't happy. But the front cover seems to be okay. Anyway, we're wibbling. I think perhaps I'll just do one more book for this video, because I don't want it to get too long. So we will go for this last one, which is, some people will probably already know this. Oh, sorry, I've just got another bit of blotting paper in there. And this is the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, from using the classic illustrations by Sir John Tenniel. So these are very sort of sketchy. I actually picked up this book when I was on holiday in Florida in Ollie's for £1.99, and I was so happy because it's a lovely book. It does have a few wallpaper pages in, which is annoying, but the images that are nice are really nice. I mean, that's literally a wallpaper page because we have portraits on it. But we have, you know, the illustrations, the original illustrations from the book, and some quotes. And the paper in this book is, yeah, it's really nice. I love the paper in this book. And I'm doing ink tints on one of them, and it doesn't bleed through. In fact, it's not even really barely buckled it. Good paper, great paper. So yeah, that is the Alice Adventures in Wonderland, using the original illustrations. It's sort of sketchy. I mean, if you don't like grayscale, you probably wouldn't like this so much, but I love it. So yeah, I think this is where I will stop for the day. Watch out for part 2. I will get that filmed soon. We'll see. Not too long though. If you enjoyed this flip through, if you enjoyed this colouring collection, then give me a thumbs up. Better still, if you subscribe then and hit the bell, then you'll get a notification of any new videos I upload. So if you enjoyed part 1, then do subscribe, and then you'll be notified when I post part 2. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your patience. My channel is new, so I know I stumble over words sometimes when I shouldn't, but bear with me. I'm a bit scared, but I'm learning. So thanks so much for watching, and take care, and see you again soon. Bye bye.